I have had enough of Islamic hoaxes in this country and also in Europe, making Islam look like victims. We see it over and over again. Now, we have incredible footage that I showed yesterday from two little girls below the age of 10, two sisters who blew themselves up in Damascus, in the capital of Syria, at a police station. And their jihad mother and father are proud of this like rock stars. They get paid for this, and show them preparing them with the suicide vest to go out and blow up a police station. And this is who our media calls the good rebels.
وين؟ دمشق كنت صغير قبل 9 سنوات.
Our media, leftist media, has come out and praised the killing of the Russian ambassador in Turkey, saying they deserve this because Russia dare fight jihadist Islam, which is Orthodox mainline Islam, bullying Islam. I don't have a problem with Islam. It's got a problem with me. I didn't land on top of Islam. It landed on top of me. Practice your Islam, but don't run over people at the Christmas tree event in Germany or in Nice. Now, they get their little kids blown up. They run over our little kids. This has got to stop, ladies and gentlemen. But you don't hear the Islamists decrying this. Now, before I get into the latest news dealing with hashtag boycott Delta and the latest false flag, staged, I'm the victim BS from the Islamicists, let's remember teen Ahmed Muhammad, who brings a clock to school, gets arrested. Turns out, opens a briefcase. It's got a bunch of digital stuff, a digital clock with a countdown to 0 and a bunch of wiring. They go, what the hell's this? Tell us what it is. He goes, I will not tell you. That was in the news. The cops come and go, son, what is this? I'm not telling you. Get him out. Get the bomb squad. Get him out. That turns into the cops and the white people, those black officers. You know how they are towards the poor Islamicists. What have they ever done? And there's his dad, this Islamicist, globalist, leftist, always out there as an activist, pushing Islam on people and saying they're a bunch of victims. Teen Ahmed Muhammad. Remember all of that? And Rob Dew's got some points he wants to make here in a second as well, and Owen Schroyer is going to pop in on this. I don't know what's worse, this jihad, cancerous, metastasizing Islam taking over the world and bullying its own people and enslaving its own women and blowing up their own kids, or the leftist globalist media that's allied with us. Now let's look at this particular article out of WNCN. Here's one out of CBS News. There's hundreds of these. All over the news. They're still saying it. Delta responds to YouTube star's Arabic discrimination accusation. YouTube star Adam speaks out after being kicked off Delta flight. And it turns out he's got millions of subscribers. Some videos have 36 million views. Doing hoaxes on airplanes, getting up and going, and counting down in Arabic, acting strangely, to be a victim, freak out, monetize YouTube, make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off of it with the views he's getting, and then call for everybody to basically be restricted in their rights because he's a poor victim. And the mainstream media runs this fake news story knowing he's a famous hoaxer that's done this over and over and over again on airplanes. But black, Hispanic, white, they're on these planes like, what the hell is going on? And then, oh, poor little Islam in the midst of cars crashing, stabbings, murders. Cop shoots a guy that just stabs 9 people who's pled allegiance to Al-Qaeda and ISIS, a Somali, here illegally. That cop was in the wrong. That's right. Just stab us right here. We're sorry. We're Western. We're sorry for our Christmas trees. We're sorry we built such great civilizations. Oh, and break this down.
Well, and let's not forget there was a lady, I believe it was at LAX, GOP Tennessee retweeted this today with the hashtag boycott Delta, who was a lady who she was wearing a hijab with the full dress saying, we're going to blow your planes up. Muslim is here to blow your planes up. So, okay, is that a hoax? Is that real? I don't know. Why can't we be freaked out? Is this actually going on? We're supposed to sell all of our freedoms down the drain in the name of safety that these Islamic terrorists want to take us down. But then we have to be tolerant. But let's just take another case study before we look more specifically at this boycott Delta. Black church torched in Mississippi, vote Trump painted on the wall. Now, this is from November 3rd. Now, let's recall, what were they talking about with this? White supremacists. Trump supporters are white supremacists. They're racist. Oh, okay, right, because they burned down the black church and wrote vote Trump on the wall. Story comes out today. Man arrested for burning down that church. It was a black man who was a member of the congregation.
Let's go further. That's happened hundreds of times. This week, the Muslim women came out and said Trump didn't attack them. Trump supporters didn't attack them. The Jewish groups with swastikas, every time fake, every time.
So we've got that story. You've also got this story. This is, remember there was a gay YouTube star, Callum McSwiggan, who claimed that he was beat up on the worst night of his life for being openly gay, took pictures, tweeted him from the hospital. That turned out to be a total hoax. Now, Alex, this is the shocking thing to me. You mentioned the Muslim stories before where they claimed they were beaten up by Trump supporters, made up. We've had the gay YouTube star claimed he was beat up by people that hated gays. That was made up. White supremacists burned down the black church. That was made up. The media runs with all this. So today you get the boycott Delta because Adam Saleh does a video claiming he gets kicked off of a Delta flight.
And that's what's crazy. I'm going to continue. This is absolutely on target. Now they're going from doing hoaxes and getting caught to doing the hoax, admitting it's a hoax, but still they're the victim. So the way to get around getting caught that it's a hoax, admit it's a hoax, but then you don't get in trouble when you're the one doing the hoax because, well, you're an effing white male, it's your fault.
So this is a known hoaxer. This is a 2.2 million subscribers on YouTube hoaxer, makes money on YouTube pranking people, even on planes, doing Arabic stunts.
Scaring the living hell out of families.
So then what is this guy doing? Is he pranking somebody right now? Is this some elaborate prank and the media is so stupid and people are so stupid on Twitter that
they're
going
going along with
it?
They're so desperate. They're going along with it. And I'm going to say something. If you were a Muslim, a moderate Muslim, and there are a lot of them that are like that, getting bullied by these jihadis, if you saw a guy getting up, acting like this, doing a countdown and like getting ready like they do, obviously to get a rise, he knows what he's doing, trying to scare the hell out of people, wouldn't you kick his ass? I'm not calling for that. I'm saying I personally would make a move to defend my family if I thought this was happening. I mean, it's not, I'm a hero. It's instinctive. If you were Hispanic, wouldn't you do it? If you were white or black, of course you would. So that's what I'm saying. He knows what he's doing. The media is going along with this. It shows how they got caught lying on the election. They're not backing down now. They're going to intensify it. So it's just a crazy time to be alive. Continue.
Well, and we actually have our new security here, and I was talking with him this morning about this. He said, man, that guy's lucky I wasn't on the plane. I probably would have snapped his neck in half if I was sitting behind him. He's lucky there wasn't an air marshal with a gun right behind him that didn't blow his brains out. But think about this, Alex. So if this guy really wants to complain that he's being victimized by discrimination because he's Arabic, well, hey, why are you going on airplanes and counting down to 10? Why is that a joke? Why is it a joke for you to put on a turban and get on a plane and speaking Arabic or pretending that you're going to blow the plane up? Why is that a joke then?
Listen, if you went to any Muslim country and tried to have a woman pull her headdress off, her, the beekeeper suit, they would attack you. If you taught the Bible in 13 countries, they would kill you. Again, but then there's this weird, crazy leftist love fest with it because it's anti-Western. I mean, it is the weirdest Stockholm syndrome I've ever seen, and I'm just done, okay? Live in your countries, cut your women's genitals off, keep them in slave harems, blow each other up with your daughters, okay? I know it's super trendy and great avant-garde art. Just leave us alone, man. But then all the spoiled Western women, they don't want us to take care of them and them to take care of us. They want to be under jihad. And that's what the Muslims say. They go, you weak Western men, your women will be ours now, jihad. I mean, they brag, they piss on us, they love it. It's just sick to just see all the stunts and how they use their kids.
Do you think if someone, let's say a white female, let's say one of the females from our staff, Leanne or Margaret, decided they were going to pull a prank in Saudi Arabia or some Islamic country, and they decided they were going to walk around without a man. They're going to walk around without their headdress.
They would rape her, and then they would rape them and then charge her with rape and execute them afterwards.
Wait, they wouldn't be tolerant? No. They wouldn't think that was a prank?
But again, Gloria Steinem and all of them won't say an damn word because they love it. All right, again, we've got Mr. Zimmerman here. We've also got Mr. Dew here. Again, we're taping this on HD to add documentation, video links, and information to it. But we're also on Facebook Mentions Live. So let me turn that camera around real quick and see if Dew or Mr. Zimmerman have anything to add.
Well, I just want to say that this victimology, it's good to see, because a long time this stuff, it wouldn't come out. We saw the people who put the swastikas on the Beastie Boy Park. They weren't even drawing the correct swastika. So you could start seeing the lies in real time as they happen. You're like, well, that's fake. We could tell that's fake. The girl who you said, she was going out, she was sneaking out without her parents' permission. And then her parents caught her and they shaved her head. They're like, you know what? Justice is going to be served. You're not going to go out and say you were attacked by people. So things are starting to change. People aren't taking it anymore. That MTV racist video that they put out yesterday where white people are bad, they pulled it down because there were so many negative votes. They put it back up. It got more negative votes, down votes. So then they pulled it. Because people aren't taking it anymore. We're seeing the bull. And it's just falling flat in its face. So I think 2017 is going to be great.
Completely insane.
They have.
And I'm telling you, when this hashtag, it was the #1 hashtag for hours on Twitter.
Well, let's hijack it with this video. We're going to connect this to our Facebook. We're going to put it on Real Alex Jones on Twitter. Let's hijack that right now. As soon as this video is done archiving, we're live.
And
hashtag boycott Delta. And not that I love some big corporation. The point is, I'm sick of these people thinking they're smarter than us.
And I want to point this out. He tweeted out, for any doubters, I would imagine this is why he put this tweet out. He sent his email. He said, anybody who wants information about this, here's my email. I emailed him. So I said, hey, well, let's hear from you. Let's hear your story. What's going on? Is this a hoax? Are you hoaxing people? Were you really discriminating? Let's actually hear your story. I doubt he responds to me.
By the way, he admits airline hoaxes on his site.
Oh, that's how he makes his living. I mean, he's got.
And the timing is perfect. You know, we just had the car crash yesterday. You have people.
Oh, it's all funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's what they say. A part of the jihad is there's the cultural jihad, wearing the burqas out, rubbing it in our face, getting in our face, making us submit to them. The left wants Christmas band too.
Yeah.
What a group of trash.
There's also an incident that happened in Germany in a mall where refugees, I think they were from Somalia, started climbing up the Christmas tree, pulling the decorations down. They did this in a public mall. They think they have the right to do this because they look at us as scum. They really do, and
We're
they think
subhuman
exactly.
because we haven't joined Islam.
Exactly.
We're subhuman. Well, you know what? I'm not. Sorry about all the spacecraft and science and everything else.
I happen to like Christmas because I get to see my family and friends that I love and make memories with them and, you know, get away from the mess of everything for a couple days. And that's my tradition. That's my holiday. I don't interfere with your holidays, whatever they are, whether they're Islamic, whether they're Jewish. I don't care. That's your freedom. Just stay out of my business. Why do you hate my religion? Why do you hate my traditions? I don't hate yours. The tradition I hate is you blowing people up.
That's
You
right.
making jokes about it on a plane. That's what I don't like.
Can Islam have a holiday where they don't kill people? Let's just have a holiday. Have a $365,000 day.
And I want to say something. I am dead on this subject because I didn't want the globalists to invade the non-radical Muslim countries like Syria, Iraq, and Libya to a great extent, destabilize it and put the jihadis in that our government, bipartisanly with the neocons and the Democrats back, to destabilize the whole region. And then stir them up and have this new caliphate army to bring into Europe and our own country to basically dominate us who are incompatible with a free society. That's the plan. So I'm not against the Muslims. I'm not against the non-radical Muslims. But Islam sees them as the heretics, okay? I am sick of it, and I'm tired of the worst people of your religion running around like a bunch of psychopaths with a bunch of weirdo pedophile Saudi royalty financing the garbage and exporting their crazies to piss on us politically. And we're done. We're done, and America's rising. And I don't want to turn the Middle East into a parking lot. But understand, when push comes to shove, we're going to remove the globalists who thought they'd make a deal with Islam and take out America and the West. It ain't happening. So the West doesn't start the fights, we finish it. Get it straight and understand it. You think our information's hardcore? You think our focus is brutal? Try our nutraceuticals. Try our supplements. We've taken Brain Force and made it Brain Force Plus. Now at 20% more in the bottle and even more hardcore formula. You owe it to yourself to get these products. They really have worked for myself, my family. They have 5-star reviews by the thousands. Secure your Brain Force Plus today at InfoWarsLife.com. Now 20% stronger. Again, InfoWarsLife.com. I have had enough of Islamic hoaxes in this country and also in Europe, making Islam look like victims. We see it over and over again. Now, we have incredible footage that I showed yesterday from 2 little girls below the age of 10, 2 sisters who blew themselves up in Damascus, in the capital of Syria, at a police station. And their jihad mother and father are proud of this like rock stars. They get paid for this, and show them preparing them with the suicide vest to go out and blow up a police station. And this is who our media calls the good rebels.
فاطمة ليش راح تنفسي؟ وين؟ دي مشرق وانت صغيرة عمرك 9 سنوات؟
Our media, leftist media, has come out and praised the killing of the Russian ambassador in Turkey, saying they deserve this because Russia dare fight jihadist Islam, which is Orthodox mainline Islam, bullying Islam. I don't have a problem with Islam. It's got a problem with me. I didn't land on top of Islam. It landed on top of me. Practice your Islam, but don't run over people at the Christmas tree event in Germany or in Nice. Now, they get their little kids blown up. They run over our little kids. This has got to stop, ladies and gentlemen. But you don't hear the Islamists decrying this. Now, before I get into the latest news dealing with hashtag boycott Delta and the latest false flag, staged, I'm the victim BS from the Islamicists, let's remember teen Ahmed Muhammad, who brings a clock to school, gets arrested. Turns out, opens a briefcase. It's got a bunch of digital stuff, a digital clock with a countdown to 0 and a bunch of wiring. They go, what the hell's this? Tell us what it is. He goes, I will not tell you. That was in the news. The cops come in and go, son, what is this? I'm not telling you. Get him out. Get the bomb squad. Get him out. That turns into the cops and the white people.